I am content creator Lona. I empower women entrepreneurs by sharing natural wellness solutions on my show, Steps to Feel Good Daily with Lona. Hi, and welcome to Steps to Feel Good Daily with Lona. Super excited to have you all here. You are in the right place if you came to learn how to live in balance and harmony with Feng Shui Master Aelita Leto, coming to us from Italy. Oh my goodness, I am a fan of Italy. Have always wanted to go there, so I'm really excited to have her on the show. But before we get started, I'm your podcaster and content creator for this show, Lona Drew. I am a belief code practitioner, and I help you identify and release negative programs, limiting beliefs, faulty core beliefs and identities that are holding you back from your productivity and wellness. And the oil that I picked today, I think, is going to be perfect for us. This is called Shinrin Roku. And this oil will help you to feel connected to nature, be still, feel grounded and harmonious. So I am going to introduce Aelita. Aelita Leto is a Feng Shui consultant and is classically trained and as a classically trained Feng Shui master with more than 20 years of experience. And we know Feng Shui makes us feel good. So let me bring her up so she can share more with us. She'll be here in just a second. Hi, Aelita.
Hello, buongiorno, or buonasera. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's like we had a little technical stuff going on in the beginning, but we are here, and I'm just excited because I love what Aelita does. And I had asked her the question, what does daily wellness mean to you? And her response was living living a healthy, happy life. So Aelita, how do you achieve that? What do you
Well,
do?
what do I do?
Yeah.
Staying in the pattern, staying in a routine. That's very important, is to maintaining. And as one of my teachers used to remind us to say, what do you call a practice as a practice? And the answer is, when you cannot remember when was the last time you didn't do your practice, that is the practice.
That's awesome. I know I have this challenge of like getting into something and I'm doing really, really good. And then I take a vacation or something and it takes me a while to come back and get back into that swing of things. So you think that we need that, yes?
Well, that's the one of the ways to generate or connect to the earth and heavens at the same time, to multi-regulate our being, our energy field, our physical field, our spiritual field, because we live within our three bodies on a continuous, effortlessly continuous way. So either you're aware of it or not, it's we're still in
So
those
our
three
three
bodies.
bodies are physical.
Our physical body, our energy body, and our spiritual body.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I guess I always thought that the spiritual body and the energy body were the same, but they're not.
Well, I'll give you just a very quick example. Let's say when we do the qigong, or when we do the yoga, or any let's say any physical experience. Let's say I committed to do my practice.
Mhm.
By the time I physically kind of get ready and situate myself, that is your physical awareness of how you get adjusted. You have arrived. You use your all senses to emerge the surroundings. You emerge with the people or trainer or yourself. You kind of get situated. That's all in a physical realm, right? As
Mhm.
we go through the exercise, sometimes 10, 15 minutes into it, you start feeling all the cracks and jumps and stretches, right? You start generating the heat, and you start generating energy. And it's typically like that would be like a second part, so that you are already adapted and you moved forward into the energetical body, or you have awareness, physical body and energy body at that point. And by the end of the practice, when we are in yoga, for example, and we lay down in shavasana and or in a meditative state, or you finish your standing qigong practice and you're just feeling like there's nothing, you are weightless or you are flawless of the aspect of the surroundings, what happens? You are in a spiritual realm, because you're not in controlling anything that goes physically surrounds. You are just being within, embodying energy body, physical body, and a spirit body.
Awesome. Thank you for that explanation. That was a new thing I learned. That's why I love doing these shows, right? So, your goals for your clients, I had gathered this from you, is to adapt where the human is part of nature in harmony with physical and metaphysical circles of time. And I have no idea what this means, and space to enrich, inspire, and invigorate their lives with their surroundings. That part I get, but it's the metaphysical circles of time. What is that?
So we think sometimes of time we consider in a linear form. But I would introduce that we are multidimensional beings. We can go back in our memories, we can go too far in the future, we many times we have a hard time staying in a present moment, right? Or
Yes.
we carry certain experiences that also create blockages, not only in your physical space but also in your physical body. And sometimes either that's within your body or that's within your physical space, you might feel confused. And this is where the Feng Shui and Chinese astrology and medical Qigong and all these practices, metaphysical practices, do allow us to assess a person. Any human being is that nature. We are expressions of time. Because I can show you your picture when you were just born, and I can show you a picture, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What has changed? What
Just
has
my
changed?
outside, just my outside has changed because I
Right.
still feel like a little girl, right?
Exactly. So this is sometimes that we are. So when we're trapped in these kind of situations, this is like that is not the linear time expression of you. Who are you?
I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit in a
You're
physical body that's changed.
That's right. And the only thing that's constant in this lifetime is the change.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. So, I asked, well, you do a standing. So this is your feel good share, is to do a standing qigong practice.
Yes.
Um, so I don't know, because I mean, I do qigong every day, and my share will tell you where I get my stuff from. But you had mentioned that there is a standing practice, but you were also talking the difference between regular qigong and a medical. So you're doing it for a medicinal purpose. So how can you explain that?
Yeah, so this is going to be very short, just to kind of give you a little advice. One of the traditionally the qigong practices, and especially because I do work with land and I work with people, and I encompass a lot of physical environment when we do the analysis, it does require to strengthen and be in healthy within your own field when we're dealing, like when we're entering the spaces, that does not get overwhelmed, like you want to feel grounded at all
Mhm.
times, right?
Yes.
So the difference between the regular qigong and medical qigong, if we go back historically, what was the purpose, like in general terms? Purpose of qigong is to generate power, to generate energy, right?
Okay.
And there's a two ways when we want to stay, is to improve our health, and
Mhm.
that's everybody, and to prevent sickness.
Yes.
That is one of the primarily goals for us to continuously practice.
Right.
And when we are open enough, and when we, through the qigong practice, we opening the channels, we are energizing all our organ system, all the like meridians, except that is
Right.
there's a whole holistic system. It's not something that you tangibly can touch, but you can definitely sense and feel it, right? So
Mhm.
in some case, like any type of exercise is the energy movement within your body. Mindful movement in your body is even, it's like that adds another component.
Mhm.
And for standing qigong, that is I think one of the ways to heal any disease. Not
Yeah,
and
I notice a difference if I'm doing it or if I'm not for sure, which this I wanted to share that the YouTube, you can find various Qigong videos. Love Qigong and it will love you back because you're saying that when you're doing that, you're helping to prevent your sick. Well, it's a prevention, right?
but so I would say the doctors, what is the saying? The doctors treat, God heals, right?
Oh, I love that.
So when you think about it, when you are in your regular practice,
Hmm.
and and people do notice that then that when I step into the area, when I step to the environment, let's say step in the circle of unknown group of people, there's just there's I have arrived, and that is the essence of the healthy energy body arriving, landing, grounding,
So I'm
expressing.
thinking you have to do this in order to do your work, correct? Because you have to be in the correct spiritual space to be able to do your work.
At all times. And this is what this is what I'm encouraging every healer should
Mhm.
have its own regular practice. Because without taking care of your practice for your physical body, your energy body, and your spirit body, you becoming you deplete yourself. And
Yeah.
that's another way is to prevent and to have a healthy healthy way, not only physically healthy for you, but also as you give advice, as you work with the land, as I work with people on a regular basis. That all takes energy. It's energy exchange. But how to not to become also in dual embedded in a duality, how to be objective in this process of the energy exchange, how to not to become depleted.
I appreciate that a lot. One thing we had talked about earlier that I liked, and we'll have to jump onto the next tip, is that when we, as energy healers, I mean, we're not really the healers, we know that, right? But when you go into ego and think, oh, I'm healing somebody, it's like, no, no, that's not happening. It's our source, it's our higher power that is going to be the one, our deity, our god, our that's where all that energy comes from. So I really appreciate that. Now I like your next feel good tip, which was declutter and simplify, and that's so important because of energy, space.
Yes, 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 and yes. Simplifying is crucial, and especially when we observe what happened was the last year of the water rabbit, which was a hugely intense, like about purging, about releasing, about really resetting, in awakening of this new year, the year of the young wood dragon, which gives us such a, from the Chinese astrology perspective, it's so empowering. And when we are ease up our physical environment, declutter, I think
Mhm.
that is where you have a new opportunities to have a space to lie, to arrive, to land. So, one very brief example would be, I know during the Year of a Dragon, there's a
Mhm.
lot of, especially in an Asian community, they would like to conceive or encourage pregnancies.
Oh, okay.
This is also one of the things that sometimes our physical environment, if you think it from the spiritual matter, like some baby maybe who wants to be conceived, looking down is like but there's no place for me.
Because
Where
there's no room, because you have to open up the space. I
or
love that.
there's also no priorities aligned. Can you
Okay.
really take care of it? And that's what sometimes is good to ease up, simplify, and clarify your goals and intentions and create the physical environment and metaphysical environment that's in alignment with what your intents are.
Beautiful. I really, really appreciate it. So really your mission is service to others, and you do offer a free monthly Zoom call, which I
Yes,
need to.
every other month I have Feng Shui Connect, and there
Mhm.
is on my website. You can sign up for the newsletter and also see in archive all the previous year, previous months recordings. This is just to connect with me, to know who I am, how I practice, how I work, and basically being authentic to the way, like as a human being, as a practitioner, to assist the ones like you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this. You're amazing. You're in Italy. I'm still beyond
Actually
crazy
worldwide.
about that. And
At the moment I'm in Italy, but just a week ago I was in Florida. The
uh,
2 weeks from now I'm gonna be in California. So I am a worldwide. So
oh, okay.
the,
That's good to
the
know.
distance is not the locations. You're not just in one location. You're everywhere.
Awesome. Okay, great. I appreciate that. So they can reach you no matter where they're at. As long as they reach out, they can find your amazingness. So I am going to drop you back down into the green room. You go have a mocktail, and I will be there to join you in a minute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being with us today. And remember, I do offer a free consultation. So feel free to reach out to me at happyhealing.me to learn more about my services as well. Uh-oh, wrong one. Did the wrong one. There we go. You can learn more about my services and products at happyhealing.me. Make sure to join me every week on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.